think the United Kingdom, the parliament, at least one person there has started to reveal the activities of politicians in Nigeria, not because it's the first time they would accuse Nigerian politicians to be thieves or fantastically corrupt, but they are also pointing out their own what they themselves are also doing in this, how they collect the money and how they give their home, their country as a place, a comfort zone for these criminals to hide and to live in. It is sad to see many very well celebrated prominent Nigerians scaling corruption charges in Nigeria. They present themselves as people of integrity. They say if you have proof, show that we've stolen, but only to be nailed in foreign countries where the loot are being kept. In discussing topics of this nature, many would remember that in the history of this very peculiar country called Nigeria, a contraption, the only escape route for corrupt public office holders and other corrupt Nigerians have always been to fly out of the country every time they need to stash their ill-gotten wealth, loot, or whenever they need to go there for medical attention. It is a matter of failed judicial system. Is it? Is it a faulty prosecution system? There have been a lot of questions out there that have failed to get answers. Let us look at the case of James Ibori. If you could recall the case of the governor, former governor James Ibori of Delta State, on December 12, 2007, Ibori was arrested by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, at the Kwara State Lodge in Asokoro, Abuja. The charges against him include theft of public funds, abuse of office, and money laundering. On December 17, 2009, a federal high court sitting in Asaba, Delta State, discharged and acquitted Ibori of all the 170 charges of corruption, stealing, looting, robbery brought against him by EFCC. Despite the obvious corruption charges both from the EFCC and the petition filed by James Ibori's kinsmen, the former governor could not be convicted in Nigeria. Now, after scaling through the judicial processes in Nigeria, of course, the judicial system has been they are as fantastically corrupt as the executive and the legislature. In fact, even the enforcement agencies, the police, DSS, whatever, they are all birds of the same feather. They are all thieves. So he scaled through all of this. On February 27th, 2012, accused of stealing $250 million from the Nigerian public purse, Ibori pleaded guilty to 10 counts of money laundering and conspiracy to defraud. This happened at Southwark Crown Court, London. That is where he agreed that he has stolen at least $250 million, and I think there is more. On Tuesday, April 17, 2012, Ibori was sentenced to 13 years by Southwark Crown Court for his crimes. Now let us look at the case of Desiani Alice Madueke. She is still in the United Kingdom. She had moved from United Kingdom back and forth, and now she is somewhere in the Caribbean where she has been given a ministerial position. Of course, she paid for it. This is another case which I believe is fresh in the minds of a lot of people. She was the former petroleum minister under the government of former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Desiani Madueke, she has gone missing somehow, if we might use that. Trying to extradite Desiani to Nigeria is difficult, as it is said that EFCC, the man that is facing the heat at the moment, has certain things, there are certain things involved with him and the present man that made him fall. And I'm talking of the lawyer that represents the federal government. The former minister has since he has some of the properties that she acquired as a result of the process of crime has been frozen in Nigeria. But the ones in the United Kingdom, I don't know if it has been frozen or not. The UK National Crime Agency (NCA) has frozen London properties valued at £10 million, allegedly bought for the former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Mrs. Desiane Alice Madueke, as investigations into the case against her unravel by the day. The two properties located at Regent's Park in London, along with one in Buckinghamshire, have now been frozen based on the request of the Nigerian authorities. That is just a few of what has been taken from her, apart from the properties, high rises that she has in Lagos Island and some other parts in Lagos. Talk of jewels, a lot of things, jewelries, many things customized that have been taken from her in Nigeria. And let us look at DSP Alamashia. Depre Alamashia was detained in London on charges of money laundering in September 2005. At the time of his arrest, Metropolitan Police found about £1 million cash. £1 million. That's a lot of money. Cash in his London home. Later, they found another £1.8 million. That's about 3.2 million in cash. Also in bank accounts. Let us look at how these guys do these things. Alemishia, who was supposed to be standing trial in London for alleged money laundering, was suddenly seen in his ancestral home, Amasoma, in Bayelsa State. The former governor was received amid huge celebrations by his friends, associates, and his Ijaw kinsmen. The list of cases of this sort can go on and on, but we will, for one of time, delve into a recent accusation made at the United Kingdom Parliament on former Nigerian head of state, Major General Yakubu Gowon. The former president has been seen as one of the best past presidents, head of states in Nigeria, having been invited by successive governments to different fora to play key role in the nation building process. Yakubu Gowon, same as Buhari, has been sold to people as people of integrity. But he has, however, been fingered in corruption allegations by a British MP, Tom Tugendhat, in a speech he made during the deliberation on the possibility of sanction on Nigerian government as a result of its role in the NSAS protest. Some people will remember when General Gowon left Nigeria with half the central bank money and moved to London. We know that today, even now, in this great city of ours, there are sadly some people who have taken from the Nigerian people and hidden their ill-gotten gains, wealth, here, loot. We know that our banks, sadly, have been used for that profit and for that illegal transfer of assets. This is what the lawmaker said. Many cases of these dimensions have confidently put Nigerian judicial system and the government under a serious test, which both have constantly failed as regards its administration of criminal justice. They're all birds of the same feather. They're all thieves. Doesn't matter if they're from the south or from the north. Greed is greed. Greed gives birth to corruption. And corruption gives birth to monopoly, nepotism, and many other names. This is serious. I don't know what your opinion is as regards this new development. It's a serious one. It's a terrible one. This is sad, sad, sad. And these are the things that are happening in that contraption called Nigeria. And it's a good thing, like I said initially, that one British parliamentarian is speaking about this. The British government, they know all about this, and they've kept quiet about it and acted as if they are not part of it. The thief and the receiver and the person that has granted or given room to the criminal or the thief to come in, to stay, sleep, eat, spend, is also a criminal.